Hello my people, today I'm going to be talking to you about this book over here. Earth, an Alien Enterprise by Timothy Good. And this is one of those books that I have had for years now. I mean like 3 years this has been in my bookshelf. And now I didn't have any money to buy new books, so I went out and I got this one out and I read it through, and it's a Bible for UFO watchers. Well, not really, but it's an ufologist book. And Timothy Good tells over here about the UFOs, unidentified flying objects, and what they were deemed as by the military. He talks about sightings from all over America, I think. These are all America-specific sightings. The description over here is kind of hit and miss. With some chapters, you can see very clearly what he is telling, and what he talks about over here about these aliens and these extraterrestrials is that these ETs are very human-like in many ways. They have human elements to them, and they kind of resemble humans in many ways, but at the same time are very different, and that they have very sophisticated technology. And in the later part of the book he talks about the Area 51 and also the kind of experimental space and aircraft that the military did, for example in the 60s, 70s, 80s timeline. And he kind of makes a claim that they had, very sophisticated flying technology, but I think that this is a psyop, that there's a kind of storytelling going on in the military, and it's a kind of psyop. Do you know what that means? It means that we tell you a story that makes you kind of afraid of us, or that makes you kind of think that we are more powerful than we really are. That's a psyop. And I think that much of this UFO thing is a psyop actually by the military, and that's a conspiracy theory. But he kind of lays it out to you over here, and that's what good conspiracy theorists do. They don't tell you the truth, they lay it out for you. Yeah, that even rhymed, So I think some of these experiences are real, and some of these experiences are psyop type of stories, and some of them are, just hoaxes. And I've had a lot of, weird experiences and seeing weird things in my life, so I know that there's, a stuff out there, There's more to life than what the school system or the academia or the media kind of tells you. There's more to fucking life than that, and that's for sure. And you have to go out of your way to kind of get these experiences. But yeah, it's cool stuff. Would I recommend you that you read this book, or that you delve into ufology? I would say that it's not maybe so important in the earlier part of your life. So if you're kind of like 15, 16, 17, I don't think that, diving into ufology like hardcore is that good of an idea, because your mind hasn't developed the discernment you need to get into this territory. It requires a very, mature mind to actually be a good conspiracy theorist, and it requires actually a really mature mind to be a ufologist also, because you need the fucking discernment, Yeah, I don't remember who gave this talk about the 3 swords against, the 3 swords of reason or something like that. It's about what you need to kind of get to the truth and not get sidetracked, so to say. I think it's very an interesting book. I think it's a very interesting book, but yeah, cool stuff. And he also talks about the moon landings and how the astronauts many times saw things that weren't there, or saw kind of hallucinatory phenomena in space, and how outer space can kind of fuck up with your brain also. He talks about Earth like defense, and how the militaries are kind of on the lookout for extraterrestrial beings from outer space also through satellites with the NASA. So you have to understand that America is very, it's a very kind of, barbaric country, but they have also kind of very kind of sophisticated technology at some points in America, and they kind of every entity in America is kind of connected to each other. So the NSA, the FBI, the FBI, and the NASA, and all of these, like the law enforcement, the military, all of this stuff, science, academia, it's all connected at some point. The Freemasons, everything's very connected, and that country is a very connected entity in that way. So they can do all kinds of funny stuff, beyond the scenes or behind the scenes. And then these, guys kind of try to look behind the veil, and that's honorable. I think you should just do that. But as I said, delve into this stuff while you're younger. UFOs and ufology is part of and can be kind of related to the conspiracy theorist scene, but it's only one facet of that. So when you say that conspiracy theorists or conspiracy theories, you have to understand that there's so many conspiracies, out there. There's so many conspiracy theories out there. And for example, the conspiracy theories that are related to for example, the music industry, you have to understand that that links at some point to the military industrial complex also. So these are all connected, and when you're young, you should kind of become conscious of this stuff. Otherwise you will be kind of clueless, about life in general. And how your kind of world around you was like machined and made, that it wasn't there, originally. And some ufologists tell the story that humankind is actually an alien enterprise, that humanity itself wasn't brought upon by evolution, actually, that we are not an earthborn race. And I kind of agree with that. I think that humanity has a lot to it that doesn't belong on this planet. That humanity couldn't have fully evolved on this planet like the other species. I agree with that. That's just common sense. Humans need think about it. Humans need shoes. Humans need all this kind of stuff. Can we really be a fucking a freaking race that was born to be living on this planet? No way. So maybe nowadays, some of these tech utopians, they have this dream of like traveling to the outer space, the Mars and that kind of stuff, and colonizing those planets. And yeah, it's possible that the humankind will do that, but at the same time it's kind of insane that we have this mentality of this conquering mentality, that we destroy this planet over here and then we go to this other one, and then we try to recreate it like the one that we had. So we have only one planet. And yeah, this kind of stuff is important in a sense that it will kind of awakens you to this fact that we are this very limited race. And human beings we are very limited, and it opens up your mind to the Ave again. and wonder of what is out there. And there's bound to be stuff out there. Yeah, I've seen some things. But this book, not is it earth-shattering? I don't know. Read it and see. I think it's one of the newest ones by Timothy Good, but he has been writing for a long time, and yeah. Thanks for watching.